Hi guys, tēnā koe, tēnā koutou. Welcome to your June taroscope reading with me. Sagittarians, this is your reading. Let's see what's in store for you for June. We are using the same format as last month and the same cards, and that looks like your shuffling is done as well. So let's lay the cards out before you and see what's in store. I think these will be high enough up, and you just have to bear with me while I lay them out. As you know, there are quite a few. Some rather nice looking cards you have pulled out here, especially that third row in June. Let's see what I have to do to just fit them all in. Okay, let's have a little look. I see a lot of yellow and blue, kind of a mix across the screen, so sunny, intellectual and activity happening. Let's count your major arcana cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count your court cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So June with 5 major arcanas is quite, it's averagely busy for you guys. You have some nice ones, but we will get to that as we work our way through. Let's start with the top row, the very beginning of June. You've got 3 court cards in that very first row, so it feels as if this is about people when you're walking into June, and there's 2 younger people involved as well, and this older King of Swords, so 2 air signs and a pentacle going on. This could be family matters that you're thinking of, children on your mind, or groups of people who are associated, and the fact that there's 2 younger people there, maybe for any of you who are at universities or schooling or new in careers, these could be those type of energies as well. I'm thinking it's family, so whether or not you are spending time with family that you wouldn't normally see, or there's a gathering of family people around you. This also makes sense because of this card in the middle. This card here, the 6 of Pentacles, is very much like you're either handing out something to people around you, which could be family members, like it could be a social function and you're hosting it at your house and you're handing out, food and love and happiness, or you're on the receiving end of receiving somebody's gratuitous energies of giving and supporting and nurturing. So it's a nice week, but it's a very social week. It's quite bubbly, energetic, especially with these pages around. They can also be the offerings of this one in particular, new bolster to your finances, or possibly new job initiations or contracts, or a slight increase in your money. The 2 swords make me think of the potential for letters or documents or agreements or communication, and quite often in the written form. So whether or not you have projects that have to be finished, or you're writing something that requires your time and energy. Some of you might even be writing things that are rewarded one way or another, or even show a financial claim or benefit to them. We move into the second week, and we're on the far left side, and we see the World card, and that's one of your first major arcanas. The World is about ending of cycles. There's a feeling as if something has been completed and there's been a completion, and you're ready to move into a new phase of life. And now this can be at many levels. It's also a really cool card. It often refers to travel, and it can be travel around the world or to different countries other than your own, and sometimes foreign speaking countries. Oftentimes, if this is occurring, you could meet people who speak different languages or different nationalities than yourself, or even religions, and you form quite great friendships with them. It can also be the instigation of a new romantic period as well. You guys actually have quite a lot of romancy things going on in your reading, and they're quite connected, so it's kind of as if it flows through the month. So there's also fertility in the world and sexuality as well. So a whole raft of things going on. It's a busy card, it's an exciting card, and it's a very upbeat, positive, bolstery energy. We come right next door and we see this 8 of Cups and 7 of Cups together, and then another 7. So duplicating the messages here of the 7s, and they are quite often about going within, thinking about yourself, re-strategizing and contemplation. But coming back to the 8 of Cups, we see the ecliptical moon and sun in that card. We also see an ecliptical energy down here, and we also see the sun reverberated here. So again, for some of you, something that happened when the eclipses were around in March might be either re-emerging again, or you might be bringing it to an end. So it could have started around about then, or you might have been working on something. It could have been emotional, it could have been to do with families or relationships, and you're thinking to yourself, no, I reckon this is coming to an end and I'm ready to walk away and move on. That's exactly what's happening in this card. He's realising that things were unbalanced, that there was a degree of somebody giving too much within a set of circumstances. Now, whether or not this is work related or personal relationships, it's hard to tell, but somehow it hasn't been equal or balanced, and so it's time to move away and head yourselves into an area where there's more reciprocation going on. And we see as you head away that you always leave parts of you behind, but you can have learnt so much as you move into the new journey, and you can retain the positives from everything that you've learned as well, without taking away negative interactions such as worry or anger or fear or any of those negative harmony or negative imbalance issues. Talking briefly about the 7 of Cups, it tells us that there is a possibility that there's offers of things around you, and quite a few, and these can be social and they can be emotional. They can be offers of work as well, but whatever, it's like, ooh, there's quite a lot going on, and there's things to see and places to be, and you're thinking, ooh, which way do I go? But the card tells us that there's a lot of illusion at this time, so it says to be very careful who you trust, what you engage with or in, especially things like drugs or shady deals, undercut things. If it says it's too good to be true, anything that you're looking at, it is too good to be true, so don't go there. The fact that these two are right together would tell you to be very careful in the second week of June not to do anything foolish, either yourself, like do something that you shouldn't be doing, illegal or underhand or cheating or trying to do something covert. Don't do it, because you're going to get caught. The other thing is that there's possibly people around you who are doing some of these things, and watch out for them. Don't get trapped into following them or playing along with what they're doing, because also you could be culpable for anything that gets caught later on. And the fact that this Justice card is under here and this one here, these guys mean business, and they mean that things will be put to right. So if there's anything going on that's wrong, it's going to be ushered out and everyone will know about it, so avoid it. Yeah, this one here can often be again about choices, decisions. It's just reiterating exactly the same message there. Don't give away your personal information, keep your bank accounts safe. You know, this card has come out so much in June for so many people. I'm beginning to think, is there some weird cyber hacking that goes on, that people's bank accounts or investment funds or something are jeopardised? I just think there's something going on because it's turned up so many times. So watch your internet trading, your online accounts, scams, all of that type of thing. That's what these two mean. This one usually means it's going to turn out in your favour, so don't worry too much, but don't engage in fraudulent activities or door-to-door people knocking on your door wanting money for charity, any of that sort of thing. It may not be kosher. So we come down to the third week. It's a mighty strong week there. That's probably one of the most powerful weeks in any reading I have seen. So let's address it. The Lovers card, if we're going to look at it from purely the physical Lovers agenda, because it does have another meaning, this card, this could literally mean some amazing, brand new love, physical, sexual relationship that comes into play that is very strong, very deep, like a soulmate, that could turn out to be your new partner for life. These two cards next to it just amplify that whole feeling. This is engagements, happiness, harmony, possibility of shifting house. So some of you might fall in love with someone and move house. And this is the wish card. He's feeling very sated and happy, and it's like the universe delivered him something at this moment in time that is amazingly like rainbows and angels from heaven and everything gold and glittering and happy and perfect. So you've got this period in June where there's this possibility, if you really focus on it and gather yourself into those energies, you might find a joyous time of unbelievable happiness and deep connection to life and partners in the universe. So, wow, it's a beautiful 3 cards together. A couple of the other meanings, though, if we come back to the Lovers, it can be about new business partnerships. So some of you might have been looking to start new businesses. This could be an offering in the air. And as I say, this is about potential shifting of homes, going to engagements, other people's engagements, weddings, social outings, family events. The Lovers can also be about having an affair, and there can be 3 people involved, and it's hidden and covert, and because there were lots of choices and illusions. So there could be a little bit of, undercover stuff going on. That's a possibility as well. We come to here the Justice card, another major arcana. This is the Karma card, and this is about karmic debt quite often. So past life stuff is involved again. And the Lovers is often about past life as well, because we talk about soulmates. The Justice card, when it turns up in your reading, usually indicates that something is turning in your favour. And that's why I'm talking here. If there's something covert going on and you may have been cheated out of something, or there's legal ramifications going on, if any of you are attending court or signing custody papers or disputes or settlements or divorces or separations, this card usually shows or plays in your favour one way or another. But it's more than just a physical court case. Even if it is, it's usually got much deeper ties that are going back through past lives. So it always pays to deal with this Justice card in an appropriate manner, and make sure that if you are seeking resolution on any situations, that you do it with positivity and fairness for everyone that's involved, including yourself. So try to see both sides of the coin, and if good fortune is going your way and you win a case of some sort, be really grateful and appreciative and just move on with some happiness and dignity is the best way to deal with it. This guy down here, the Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, just like yourself. In fact, it's about, there's only the 2 wands in here. He's neat. He sort of fluffs things up and creates action and excitement and energy and creative ideas, and he's bolsters up the whole week in that area and time frame. And in fact, this one next door, very similar. It's a lovely card. It's so special, the union of friendships and togetherness and happiness and social parties and support, nurturing, love, harmony, laughter, events, often women together, and often a dark-haired, a blonde-haired, and a like ginger-coloured, or, I can't think of another word to say, but that can be a gathering. So you might see friends who you haven't seen in a long time and just really be happy about this social engagement. So these 2 cards kind of have this feeling. This one over here could for some of you be another potential new partner walking in who you feel quite excited about and stimulated by, but often they are not hanging around for long. They come in, excite everybody up, and a lot of people go, "Whoa, oh, I quite like that energy, but just as quick they can be headed off. And I see he's right here on the edge of the reading, and he can be just bolstering himself off. You might have met him earlier actually, and he could have turned up again. Coming to this, another major arcana, the Emperor. He's often known as the Aries energy. So he can be in the Aries time frame, which is March and April, and that comes back to the ecliptical energy I was talking about before, and he sits right next to this ecliptical card. So it's definitely in your reading, and it's bringing back things that you either started then or emotionally kicked off for you. You might have been going through a rough patch, or wondering where life's taken you or what direction you're going in, or you may have had health issues or anything from that ecliptical timeline period. So they're reinitiating somehow, or you're thinking about them, or they need addressing, or you're getting support for them. But one way or another, something to do with those energies is activated again. The other thing we can think about with the Emperor, again, he could be a new romantic partner for some of you. He quite often is when he turns up. He can be an older man. He's quite domineering, forceful, decisive. He can be a good person to use in arbitration. Again, this legal connection. He can almost be like a lawyer. He holds great knowledge and wisdom and power, but he is quite dominating and forceful. Typical Arian. So, tied into the Moon, which is your last card for the month, I'm thinking it's very much about your kind of emotional journey. You're going on you've got a lot happening in June, a lot of really cool stuff going on, but quite a lot of like this world, the endings of journeys and new stuff all through here, and this unbelievable ability to find this deep satisfaction. And the Moon again talks to us about subterfuge or hidden agenda stuff going on. It is often still the possibility of affairs or something that you're covering that you don't want everyone to know about. This can even just be projects that you're doing that you just keep under the counter a little bit. Sometimes there can be like a Scorpion involved, or a water sign person. This also can be a time of heightened awareness of the spiritual, psychic, clairvoyant, intuitive, dreams, dreamscapes. Keep a dream journal. You might get some really strange dreams happening. Even some of you might find nightmarishy type things, but there'll be messages that you want to listen to and connect to. Also, hormone balance, especially for females, and especially for women going through various life stage cycles, whether it be puberty, adolescence, pregnancy, or menopause. And they're all things and phases that can be occurring at this time that need, just some extra support and thought and contemplation. And that is your card that takes you, leading you into July. So you've got a lovely reading, Sagittarians, and definitely this third week in here has the propensity to be very powerful and really, really a happy time. So again, my message to everyone is, don't just expect these things to walk into your backyard and, like a bunch of firecrackers and let themselves off. You have to seek it, you have to initiate it, you have to find it, and then enact with it. So there you are, guys, a wonderful reading. I wish you the very best for a happy and sunny June ahead. Thank you all for connecting with me. I love doing the readings, and I love your comments and your likes and subs. Take care all. Have a great month. Ka kite anoa. Much aroha. Namaste.